So I was a little bit sad with this question because it was on your quizzes and still people missed it on the midterm. When a payroll tax is enacted, just remember a payroll tax in this market, it's a little bit weird because your supply is actually the workers, right? This is the supply of labor. And the demand is the demand for labor. So typically we think of the supply of labor being from households and the demand for labor being from firms. So then the demand is going to be given by the willingness to pay a worker, and supply is going to be given by the wage. So we can rewrite our price kind of as our wage. Well, when we enact a payroll tax, then now this point up here is going to be the price that firms pay. And then this guy down here is going to be the price that workers receive. We can see that the wage received by workers falls, so then it's going to be A or B. And then the wage paid by firms actually rises. It goes up from our equilibrium. Under rent control, bribery is a mechanism to allocate housing to the poorest individuals in the market? No. Bring the total price of an apartment, including the bribe, closer to the equilibrium price? Yes. Right? The price plus that bribe brings you closer to the equilibrium price. Allocate housing to the most deserving tenants. Who decides what a deserving tenant is? Right? Is a deserving tenant the person with kids, the single person, the person who picks their nose the least? We don't know, right? We don't know who's the most deserving tenant. So we're going to stay away from those moral judgments here, right? Question 23, total surplus is consumer surplus minus the producer surplus? No. Total value to buyers minus the total cost to sellers? That could be it. Equal to consumers' willingness to pay plus producers' costs. Why are we adding the producers' costs in there? Greater than the sum of consumer surplus and producer plus producer surplus? No. We're left with equal to the total value to sellers minus the total value to buyers minus the total cost to sellers. Now, please excuse the fact that this figure is terribly drawn by me, but for some reason it didn't transfer into the Word document. At equilibrium, total surplus is measured by the area. Most of you got this right. We go from A to B to D and back to A. So then we just go A, B, D. The deadweight loss of a tax is represented by the, well, the deadweight loss of this tax is going to be this area right here of this tax of AB. Length of the line segment, no, right? None of them are the length of the line segment. It has to be the area of the triangle. The length of the line segment is going to be the size of the tax.